I don't think I've ever been more excited about absolutely nothing. The Nothing Ear 2s, that is.
Look at this dude.
What's going on, guys? TyTech here, back again with another tech review video for you guys here today in anticipation of the Nothing Phone 2 release coming up on July 11th, and with the recent announcement of the Nothing Ear 2s being released in black. I thought what better way to build up to those releases than to do my own review of Nothing's latest headphones, the Nothing Ear 2s. Now, I've been using the Nothing Ear 2s for just over 2 weeks now, and despite the obvious elephant in the room, I'll get to that in a couple of minutes, after using the Nothing Ear 2s, I can honestly say that these are some of the best quality headphones I've used in a very, very long time. Now, I'll be completely honest, I did not use the Nothing Ear 1s or Nothing Stick that came out previous to the Nothing Ear 2s, but if you guys are looking for truly wireless headphones with a very unique and distinct design and a medley of features and customizations, the Nothing Ear 2s may just be what you guys have been looking for, all for just $149. Now, like I said before, I did not use the Nothing Ear 1s or the Nothing Sticks, but after using the Nothing Ear 2s, I can honestly say that I have a lot of good things to say about these headphones. And of course, we have to start out with the design. Now we're just gonna go ahead and get the elephant out of the room, right out of the way. The Nothing Ear 2s look exactly like AirPods Pros. I don't think anyone could look at the Nothing Ear 2s and say that these do not look like AirPods Pros. It takes a lot to pull off a transparent design with any sort of electronics, so the fact that Nothing was able to pack every last component of the Nothing Ear 2s into a transparent design, no glue, no imperfections, you really have to give them a lot of credit for being able to pull this off in the way that they have. Nothing says the transparent design of the Nothing Ear 2s is to celebrate the raw technology and expert craftsmanship behind these headphones, and you know, fair enough. A transparent design like this could only work in very few instances, so the fact that Nothing was able to pack every driver, every microphone, every speaker into this small of a package, into this kind of design, you really have to give Nothing props for that. And it's not only the transparent design that comes across as really fine detailing with the Nothing Ear 2s. For example, there are dot indicators on each headphone to indicate which earbud goes into which ear. There's a red dot on the right earbud and a white dot for the left earbud to indicate which earbud goes into which ear, and then also comes across in the charging case as well. The Nothing Ear 2s are also extremely light, weighing 0.16 ounces per bud, along with cutouts at the top of the earbuds to get rid of that pressurized feeling when using active noise cancellation. And speaking of active noise cancellation, the Nothing Ear 2s provide a very good active noise cancellation experience. At least for me in particular, it happened to drown out a lot of the highs and mids from my surrounding areas. It had a little bit of a problem with lower hums, for instance, the sound that you get from an air conditioner, especially when listening to things that don't have a lot of things going on in the background, like a podcast or dialogue from a YouTube video. But if you guys are listening to something with a higher volume, like rock or rap music, none of those sounds are gonna come into place when you guys are using the Nothing Ear 2s. I will, however, state that the pressurized feeling that you get from some headphones when using ANC is really more noticeable with the Nothing Ear 2s, and I think that's because the cutouts that get rid of that pressure that's built up in your ear aren't really all that large. They're very small, but Nothing actually gets around this in a very unique way by allowing users to customize their own personalized ANC profile so that you can customize and adjust the level of noise cancellation to your own sound sensitivity and comfortability. Along with active noise cancellation, the Nothing Ear 2s also come with transparency mode, so you can listen to whatever content you're listening to while being aware of your surroundings, along with touch controls for skipping or going back between tracks, playing and pausing music, or activating noise cancellation, transparency mode, or the voice assistant of whatever phone you're using. Not only are these voice controls present on the Nothing Ear 2s, but they're also customizable on a bud by bud basis. This is something that I've seen implemented on a lot of truly wireless headphones, and I'm proud to say that Nothing brings this customization to the Nothing Ear 2s, which can all be customized under the Nothing X app, which is available for both iOS and Android. And it's inside the Nothing X app that you guys get a medley of equalizer options so you can tune the sound of these headphones to your specific preference. You get options like more bass, more treble, or a balanced sound, or you can go in and customize it deeper if that's something that you guys would like to do. I tend to go with the bass option because I'm just a little boring. That's just what I like to do. But not only that, Nothing Ear 2s come with a medley of quality of life features that make using these headphones worthwhile, such as dual connection, meaning you're able to switch back and forth between devices seamlessly without losing connection, clear voice technology. The Nothing Ear 2s come with 3 microphones on the external of the earphones so that you guys have a crisp, better sound quality, along with IP54 water resistance on each individual bud and IP55 water resistant on the case itself. But of course, none of those features and this design are going to mean a thing unless these headphones sound good and they last long. So let's go ahead and talk about battery life. When using the Nothing Ear 2s, you should expect to get at least 6.3 hours worth of battery life from the buds themselves, along with an extra 36 hours from the charging case. With ANC on, you should expect to get at least 4 hours worth of battery life from the buds themselves, along with an extra 22 hours from the charging case. For talk time, with ANC off, you should expect to get at least 3.5 hours worth of battery life from the buds themselves, along with an extra 22.5 hours from the charging case. And with ANC on, you should expect to get at least 3 hours worth of talk time from the buds themselves, along with an extra 17.5 hours from the charging case. And you can also get a quick charge of the Nothing Ear 2s for an extra 8 hours worth of playback time off of just 10 minutes. And that can come from either wired charging or wireless charging. Now with ANC off, I was able to get anywhere from about 5.5 to 6 hours worth of playback time. And with ANC on, I was able to get anywhere from about 4 to 5 hours of actual playback time. I didn't test the validity of the talk time battery life of the Nothing Ear 2s because I don't know about you guys, I just don't like talking on the phone that long. However, battery life is going to vary depending on your specific use case. But with the extra time that you guys get from the charging case, I don't think anyone is going to have a problem with battery life from the Nothing Ear 2s. Now, finally, we have to talk about the sound from these gorgeous headphones. I was actually really blown away with the clarity and the punchiness of the Nothing Ear 2s. It might have just been because I was listening to it on a balanced equalizer setting, but I was able to hear a lot of different instruments that I wasn't able to hear previously. I listened to a lot of heavy metal, rock, alt rock, indie rock, a lot of music where percussion is a huge factor in how the music comes across and sounds. And I was able to hear a multitude of different instruments I just was not able to hear before on previous headphones. More strums from the guitars, more beats from the drums. I was able to hear so much more with the Nothing Ear 2s, and that might be because of the powerful 11.6 millimeter driver that comes packed on the Nothing Ear 2s. The Nothing Ear 2s also come with the capability of playing out high-res audio, which means if you're a listener on streaming services like Spotify, Apple Music, or Tidal, you're gonna get the highest quality playback from the Nothing Ear 2s that you can possibly get. And while enjoying the amazing sound from the Nothing Ear 2s, you'll also be glad to hear that the comfort and fit of the Nothing Ear 2s has been absolutely immaculate. I have never had to worry about these headphones falling out of my ears. The medium silicone ear tips come pre-fitted to the headphones when you first open them up out of the box, along with large and small ear tips. But for some reason, these ear tips were a whole lot more comfortable than I've used in the past. I'm not sure what silicone that Nothing is using for these ear tips, but they haven't irritated my ear canals. I haven't had any ear fatigue from using these headphones for a multitude of hours on end. And I'm pleased to say that I've never had to worry about them falling out or coming loose. The sound and fit from the Nothing Ear 2s is absolutely top tier. Overall, the combination of features, design, sound quality, and battery life, I really couldn't think of a lot of things negative to talk about with the Nothing Ear 2s. but there were a couple of things. For one, when using transparency mode with the Nothing Ear 2s, my voice sounded really robotic and sort of muffled, almost like the sound was still trapped inside my head. So I was still very much blatantly aware that I was wearing earbuds while having these conversations. Compare that to the transparency mode on headphones like the AirPods Pros, where you really don't notice that you're wearing headphones while you're trying to have a conversation in transparency mode. Secondly, the touch controls on the Nothing Ear 2s were a little bit more stiff and harder to press than I would have expected. Of course, with this sort of design, there's nothing else for us to really compare them to besides for the AirPods Pros. But with the AirPods Pros, the touch controls are a lot softer and easier to press. I noticed with the Nothing Ear 2s, the sort of metal sort of component that facilitates the touches of the touch controls are a little bit stiff and harder to press, especially when you're trying to double tap and press for things like activating active noise cancellation, transparency mode, or activating the voice assistant. But that's just something that I recognize. Hopefully they can fix that on future iterations of these headphones as well. And finally, the charging case. It's bad. It's a full square that doesn't really lend itself to one-handed use. You're sort of relegated to opening up these headphones with two hands. I know that seems like a bit of a small issue, but compared to other manufacturers like Apple, like Google, who are coming out with admittedly more aesthetically pleasing and more playful charging cases that are much easier to open one-handed, I really think that's something that Nothing should probably go back to the drawing board and try to create. I don't know how that would come across with the transparent design that they like to implement on their devices. I'm pretty sure they could work their magic somehow. But also the charging case, I really don't know how the clear design is going to hold up over time, especially the problem with yellowing that clear components tend to have. Hopefully that's not something I experienced. It's not something that I've experienced thus far, but that's something I'm gonna have to go back to over the long term to see if that becomes a bit of a problem. But the good news is all those complaints I just listed off could possibly easily be fixed either with software or in future iterations of the Nothing Ear headphones that Nothing will release in the future. But overall, for a company that is very, very new to the smartphone landscape and even newer to the audio landscape, I honestly think that Nothing really knocked it out of the park with the Nothing Ear 2s. And all for a relatively affordable price of just $149. Let's compare that to some of the competitors that the Nothing Ear 2s are going to be going up against, mainly the AirPods Pros. The AirPods Pro first generation start off at least $200 when they're not on sale, along with the AirPods Pro 2s that start off at about $249 when they're not on sale. And let's compare these headphones to competitors on the Android side. We have the Google Pixel Buds that start off at least $200. And then you have the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2 Pros that start off at $230. That's a savings of $50 all the way up to $80 when you can go ahead and pick up the Nothing Ear 2s, which in my opinion have a better fit and have a better suite of features than the Google Pixel Buds or the Samsung Galaxy Buds 2 Pros offer in this price range. So you can save yourself a lot of money while getting all the qualities and features that you need in a good, excellent pair of truly wireless headphones in design that's extremely stylish as well. And you can even pick these headphones up in black if you can manage to score yourself a pair. If I had to be completely honest, the Nothing Ear 2s are truly wireless headphones that I would recommend to any Android user and even any iPhone user. These headphones will give you the same experience, or at least most of the same experience that Apple AirPods will give you, and they look more stylish. And like I said earlier, you can also snag them in a black pair, which is something that we've been waiting for years for Apple to actually do, but I don't think they're actually ever going to do it. So if you can go out and snag a pair of Nothing Ear 2s in white or black, I really think you get the best of both worlds, whether or not you're an Apple user or an Android user. But guys, that has been my review of the Nothing Ear 2s. If you or anyone you know are in the market for a brand new pair of truly wireless headphones, I'll go ahead and leave some shopping links in the description below. You can buy these directly from Nothing themselves or from Amazon, again, for as low as $149. You may not be able to pick these up in black Nothing just had a very, very limited drop of the black Nothing Ear 2s, but you can also sign up for notifications if there happens to be another drop, so I'll leave a link in the description for those headphones as well. But guys, this has been my review of the Nothing Ear 2s. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.